So a few weeks ago, and it's funny that it happened, what, like 3-4 weeks ago, our good buddy Blazethatish, what up, my man?
Peace, Blaze.
Had a question for us, and his question was, is FPV dead?
You know, it's funny because after he asked that too, it was probably about a couple days later, I seen a video, I believe a bot also said that too.
Yeah,
he asked
exactly.
the same question.
That's why I find it interesting. He had that. Now, Blazethatish was a very active pilot when I started flying 5-6 years ago. We flew together a bunch of times. Our crew, he was always flying, we were always flying. He's from Jersey, so we didn't fly together a lot, but we definitely had a lot of sessions together. He's still very in the hobby in the sense of he keeps up with it through social media and YouTube and all that stuff, you know? So he knows that Manny is incredibly active and I'm, active. And he sent us that question, and he was asking us if we felt that FPV was dead, because that's what he was feeling from social media.
And a couple other people also feel that way as well, like Bot Grinder himself. So we have to make a mentions because now it's a theme.
Yeah, exactly. And in my honest opinion, I don't think it's dead at all, by any means whatsoever, from a professional standpoint and from a hobbyist, because I'm still out here, you're still out here, and a lot of people are still out here.
Yeah, and growing.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
I was talking to Fly High, my man, what's up?
Salute.
And we were talking about how when we started flying, there was only a few accounts on social media that had 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers. It was limited, bro, counted, and it was the bigs, Steel, Schizo,
Yeah, Stinger Swarm. Yeah.
These guys, Konasty, these were the guys that had been in it since 2014, 15, and they had a following.
Yeah.
But now you have people like, it's Ken, 500,000 followers, people like Remy, $140, and they just keep on growing. What I will say is that I don't think FPV Freestyle is as prominent as it used to be. That I will say. Because even for example, bro, your weekend sessions at the bandos, technically, there's not a lot of freestyle happening. It's a lot of chasing, a lot of streaming. Because even like, for example, one of the hardest rippers that I've known, Gino, even he doesn't post hard ripping videos. It's a cruise, a split as here. But before, 3 years ago, he was doing half Matty, Matty, flip, da, da, da.
I understand what you're saying. It's like people aren't showcasing the variables or how much can go on in the bando, like showing your skill. Like, just there's small clips. Like I do it as well, though. I fall to that. I fall victim to that as well, where I'll show the beginning of my clip, a good run. I don't cut it until I get to the fall, and then that's become the norm now, where you just do a short run until you fall, and then that's the new download. That's the new post.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's still guys ripping the shit, Manty. And I could only talk about the
Manty
people
sure,
I follow, right? Apache's, that fucking...
Yeah, that goes back to what it is you're saying, man. We're going to touch base on that. Are they freestyling at bandos? Fuck yeah, there's a handful.
Absolutely,
There's a handful, but it's not as prominent as you said.
It's not as easy to find anymore. Like, and I've said this before, I don't know if it's made it to actually be released, but before, you would put in hashtag FPV Freestyle, and it was FPV Freestyle, up and down the ranks, parks, bandos, building dives, but now you put FPV Freestyle, and it's cinematic.
Cinematic lines.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, DJI lines.
DJI lines?
Yeah.
Listen, and I get it. I started flying in 2018. It wasn't so much about becoming a cinematic pilot. It was more about becoming a sponsored pilot, And the sponsored pilots, at that point, we weren't doing straight, smooth lines. We were fucking doing tricks. And that's how you got it. But through the evolution of FPV and drones in general, it's become cinematic. And now everything has beautiful colors, a waterfall, snow, lava, XYZ.
Yeah, the community's in tuned about the color grading and the things that go on behind it, So it's more about creating a content than actually showcasing skill.
Yeah, and look, for example, bro, I always compare FPV to BMXing or skateboarding. And when skateboarding came out, it was just guys trying to pull tricks on half pipes, trying to pull tricks on skate parks. And then as it evolved, it was more about, okay, how can I push this envelope further?
There's a duality to that in FPV.
Absolutely.
Well.
Yeah. Because it has become, in my eyes at least, and please, comment in the comments if I'm wrong and direct me to these videos that will prove me wrong, because what I see is the videos that are going viral are either you do something disgusting, like Apache did, that
Like Apache.
that dive that he did. Oh my
50-foot
God.
Matty drop or what have you, whatever.
Bro, he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was reshared by Team Black Sheep, I think.
Amongst a bunch of other things that he's pushing the envelope for out here, East Coast pilots, like that brother is combining things that brothers aren't doing, that weren't doing.
Not here.
In the bando.
In the bando.
In the
exactly.
bando.
Because, for example, in the Pacific Northwest, you have pilots like ATAC, and which I haven't seen much of them lately. And what was the other guy? PWX. You know, I think Vanny put out a video in that park they have a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But it's counted. You know, look,
right.
even it's Ken. The brother has mad skills, but he's not half mattying and fucking trippy spinning through anything. He's taking you for a ride through a bando.
Not saying that he can't.
I don't know if he can or
because
can't.
he doesn't showcase that.
And I'm also not saying he's not good. He's incredible.
Incredible, right?
Mad
Right.
respect.
We're not discrediting anybody.
All I'm saying is that in its essence, it's not an FPV freestyle. It's more of a tour of the bando at very high speeds and he said it on the quadcast. He's like, I'm not going for the tricks. I'm trying to give you a thrilling ride through these parks, through gaps, and to do what Ken does, it is absolutely bonkers of how good he is.
Respect.
He could go through a tire at 70 miles an hour and nail it every single time, you know? But in its essence of FPV freestyle,
yeah,
that is not being showcased on social media anymore. So I could see why somebody could take it as, is FPV dying?
Right.
You know? I think FPV freestyle is declining, not dying, but declining.
What do you think?
What do you think? Comment in the section. We would really love to know because we love this sport, hobby, profession, whatever you want to call it. Culture, absolutely. Community.
Yeah.
This is why this is happening, for the community.
For sure,
you know?
absolutely.
So we would really love to know your thoughts on, is it dying? Is it not? And if you could point us to a video that we will put, yeah, point us to a video. We're like, nah, bro, send the link.
Send the link, man, for sure.
Comment. We would love to hear your thoughts on this. You know,
yeah, because
it's this whatever you want to call it. Because I don't think we haven't defined what this is yet. It's just two brothers chilling at a park talking about topics that are being talked on the interwebs.
Yeah, you guys call it a pod, but we didn't feel like that was the direction we were headed.
No,
that's not what we're doing.
Not at all. If anything, it would be a vlog cast, right? Because that's what we're doing. But it's really just two guys at the park having a conversation that would happen with or without the camera.
Yeah.
Like we just want to put it out there because people like it. You know?
If you were to come session with us, this is exactly what it would be like.
100%. 100%. Now, obviously, we know that to progress this to the next stage, it has to be a little bit more structured. But back to the topic, is FPV dead? I don't think so. What do you think?
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Like we said, if there's a video that you could point us to be like, nah, bro, FPV freestyle is not dead. You know, FPV freestyle is not dead, but it's not in its growth, let's say, right?
There's a handful of you out there pushing the envelope, and we thank you guys for pushing the envelope, which is what inspires the masses to keep pushing. But
let's just say, like, for example, bro, I don't know of any new freestyle pilots. The pilots that are freestyling right now that I'm aware of has been guys that have been around for a while. Most of the guys that I see come out now that are new, they're doing lines, flying over the trees, chasing a car, cinematic.
Yeah.
Cinematic.
Yeah,
You know? Look, the big guys, like Fabrizi, for example, Fabrizi has never put out a video at a park. He started as a cinematic pilot, and that's how he's grown.
Right.
You know, and he does what he does is fantastic, you know, but that's the change. That when now to get to the followers, you need the cinematic and the beautiful lines and the beautiful colors
color
and the
grading.
beautiful scenery and this and that. And we saw that transition when Carlos and Gino, we were still flying together. We started to see that transition because we were like, well, nobody wants to see us at the park anymore. They want to see the Pilgrim Towers. They want to see us diving a building. They want to see us doing something else. Nobody cared about being at Alipon Park anymore. They're like, you know, and then I saw it in the videos because the videos at the park would get 200-300 views, and then you went to Pilgrims, boom, 1,000 views.
1,000 right away.
Right away. So even though we weren't chasing the views, it's inevitable that you chase them because we want success. We're people that are driven. So like, I'm not gonna go and waste my time putting a video that's not gonna give me what I want, you know? So the evolution has been so big that now all we get is that.
That's a hybrid though. See, because now that comes with the professionalism of a photographer's mindset as well, a
Yeah.
videographer's mindset, becoming the FPV pilot, now meshing those things together. Now that's where a couple worlds are starting to hybrid and blend, you know?
Exactly, exactly. But like I said, comments, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think, and please, if you have videos to show us wrong from people that we do not know, and you know who are the people we know because you are the guys that comment, you know. But honorable mention, at least for the East pilots, Manty, my dude, nasty, killing it, bandos all day. His park he has with those metal poles and stuff.
Beams, the
the
red
beams, the
beams.
beams, yeah. KK,
Okay, Kalian.
also my man, awesome. I met him, I've known him through internet for a minute, but I had the pleasure of meeting him. Beast, bro, also pushing the envelope, real true FPV freestyler. My man Apache out in Suffolk, also.
Hands down, probably one of the best in New York right now.
Without a doubt,
Yeah,
without
for
a
sure.
doubt. We have then, you know, our gorilla whoopers, such as FPV Vegan, my man, nasty. I love what I see all the time. Now Banana is
Banana.
tagging up with him.
Banana,
Great
salute
stuff.
to all the
And
boys.
what I love about Banana is that he has that artistic photographer, videographer angle to him. So
skater,
thrasher exactly,
vibe.
bro. Also,
Yeah.
and all these people are extremely good vibes.
Yeah, for
People
sure.
that will take their goggles off their head to give it to you so you can fly a pack or two. That's what this community is about. And with that, I thank you for stopping by to say hi.
That's right.
Another one in the books.
Yeah, I'll take that, man. This was fun, man. It's
yep.
a chilly session, but we out here trying to spread the good gospel.
And now stay tuned for the drone rescue, because that shit's gonna be popping.
Shoot.